Learn to do right, seek justice, encourage the oppressed, defend the cause of the fatherless, and plead the cause of the widowed. Isaiah 1:17. Now that's one of my life verses. And my name is Kyle Madison, and I am the BFI out of Greenville, South Carolina, Ray and Joan Core and Kroc Community Center. I'm originally from Chicago, and I lived a pretty rough life up until the age of 18. I was all into drugs and sorts of stuff like that, and it kind of destroyed me. And the only thing that really kept me alive and going was the fact that I was in sports. That's one thing that kept me in school. And it came to a day where I got expelled from school and I didn't really have anything left. And a friend of mine told me that I needed a change, and I didn't really realize what that change was. Although I had been a church kid my whole life, I didn't know what that change really needed to be because I never really accepted Christ. A couple months later, I really accepted Christ. And it's been a journey ever since then. I decided to give my life to Christ, give my life fully to Christ, but it really hit me when I went on a mission trip in the summer of 2002. And I was on a mission trip, and we were in North Platte, Nebraska, middle of nowhere. There was a youth home, and there was these boys there at this youth home who had come from pretty rough lives just like me, and I related to them very well. Now prior to this, I planned on going to cooking school, and I was already enrolled in cooking school, and it was all set to go. And God really spoke to me. He's like, "You're not going to be a chef anymore, Kyle. You're going to be a youth worker." So I went from having a destiny of what I thought was my destiny of being a chef to being a youth worker. It kind of came in full force because I decided to give my life to God. And from there, I took journeys all across the country working for youth, and it brought me to Greenville, South Carolina. And here I work with with youth as well. And I work with youth in the Boys and Girls Club. A lot of kids in the Boys and Girls Club don't come from the best of lives, but a verse I try to instill in people a lot of the times, one of my favorite verses, and it comes out of Romans chapter 8, and it's from verses 36 to 39, and it says, "For your sake we face death all day long, and knowing these things we are considered as sheep to the slaughter, and knowing these things we are more than conquerors through Christ who loved us. Now without Christ I would be nothing. I'd still be a drug addict. I would still be a punk kid. But with Christ, I am more than a conqueror."